someone asked me to describe mentorship and what mentorship means to me, and I think that mentorship at the most fundamental level is a kick in the butt lovingly applied, and that's kind of how we run our team. We're all about tough love. I don't necessarily tell the students what they want to hear. I tell them what they need to hear. I like to provide an example for my students. I don't necessarily mean that I'm a good example for my students. I do plenty of things that I would tell them don't ever do it like I do it, but providing an example, both positive and negative, is good for the students. I think one of the most important aspects about mentorship is to treat students as your peers at times. A lot of kids come into this program and have never had a true peer relationship with an adult. The only adults they interact with on a regular basis are their parents or their teachers, and that doesn't really, that's not a peer relationship. To have students come into a design review and get to the point where during a design discussion they'll be able to say, "John, that's a stupid idea," that's a great thing. To have a student that can actually interact with an adult and work with an adult and have that relationship. It's also just about being a friend to some of these kids. A lot of these students just need someone that'll listen to them. They just need someone that'll provide them guidance or advice when they need it. They need someone that'll kick them in the butt when they need it. So that's what I try to do. I'm on FRC 148, the Robo Wranglers from Greenville, Texas. Our team is a single high school team. I know many teams come from multiple high schools, but we're only one high school. Our team, the Robo Wranglers, has been involved in FIRST since the original year. We were involved in 1992. What's interesting is that the school district was so smart to get involved back then. They had the foresight to get involved in this very cool program, and we've had dedicated sponsorship from L3 Communications Integrated Systems, who have continued supporting this team for so many years. What's interesting about our team is that our team actually, two young lead engineers from back then it was called E-Systems, Bob Mimlich and Tony Norman, were on the team together, won a national championship in 1993, and then these two engineers took the lessons they learned from our robotics team and then founded Innovation First Incorporated based on those same principles. So our team kind of gave birth to IFI back in 1999 or so. Now what's great is since 2007, Innovation First has been the primary sponsor of the Robo Wranglers. So Innovation First is where I work, and I am the lead engineer. I get to be involved working with the students. We have about 30 high school kids. Numbers go up and down every year. We take all comers, basically. It's great because we're in some of an economically disadvantaged school district, and it's great to give these students an experience that they wouldn't have otherwise had. Probably one of the most rewarding experiences I've had is one of my students was recently accepted into the United States Air Force Academy. He's been trying very hard to get into that for the past year or so, working on the application process. And we've had a lot of ups and downs during this year's build season and competition season, but I think seeing him get his acceptance and hearing that he was going to go to the Air Force Academy was an incredible moment to hear that. So great student, Parker Francis, deserves all the praise I can heap on him. So that was great. It's always nice that I have some other students I've recommended for scholarships. It's always nice to hear they get scholarships. Rewarding moments. I guess kind of a cool experience is I'm a Woody Flowers Finalist Award winner. I was awarded the Woody Flowers Finalist Award at the Bayou Regional in 2008, and it was just such a humbling experience to be given that honor. Mostly because I probably don't deserve it, but they gave it to me anyway. So it's awesome that my team kind of showed me that love and nominated me for that award, and I was able to receive that. And just the outpouring of love from our team, our community, our high school was great. The Greenville City Council actually did a proclamation to honor me for my award, so it's awesome. That's another great thing about our team is that the school district and the community are extremely supportive of the robotics program. Everybody in Greenville knows the Robo Wranglers, and everybody supports us. I go out to get a gallon of milk, and somebody will say, "Hey, big win this weekend! Congratulations!" Or "Hey, good luck in Houston." So it's awesome to kind of have that support. One thing that contributed probably to Parker getting into the Air Force Academy is On the Robo Wranglers, we have our highest ideal is we say that our core value is professionalism at all times. We emphasize it in everything we do. We try to be professionals when we're working on the robot, when we're out in the community, when we're at competition, when we're scouting, when we're showing spirit. Professionalism is very important to us, and that kind of ideal and all the sub-values that come along with professionalism, certainly that's the kind of character that the Air Force Academy is going to look for in a student. One of our things is as a mentor, I ask our students, it's like, what does professionalism mean to you? Because it's one thing to tell kids, all right, professionalism is our highest value. But if they don't know what that means, that's not really doing any good. So we ask the students on the team, what does professionalism mean to you? And it's great to hear the different responses. The one I always give is, well, professionalism means you're sweeping up the shop without being asked. It's like, and it's awesome to see that kind of character build. Parker obviously came onto the team when he was a sophomore in high school. He joined the team as a rookie sophomore, and he actually showed such dedicated hard work that he was awarded our driver position that year. So Parker, as a rookie sophomore driver, went on to win a world championship that year. So he was our championship driver. And certainly the leadership, the character, the hard work he showed, and the teamwork that he had with the team contributed to his advancement to the Air Force Academy. I wanted to get involved in robotics because when I was in 7th grade woodshop, we took a tour of the high school. We kind of brought our technology class from the middle school up to the high school, and we toured the technology labs. We got to see basically all the cool toys that the kids that take tech classes at Shenandoah High School get to participate in. And one of the things was, I remember distinctly, there was the robot from their 1995 game sitting on a table in the center of this big engineering room holding some big giant ball. And I just thought that was the coolest thing in the world. So I really just wanted to be a part of creating something like that. Most influential mentor I ever had, that's a tough one for me because I kind of had, in high school, kind of a tag team effort. See, one of my most influential mentors is my father, John Neun, who's a mechanical engineer and who obviously tried to raise me right. But I was a stubborn kind of student, so didn't exactly listen to my father very much. But what was interesting is that in high school, when I was on the robotics team at Shenandoah High School, I had a teacher, Mr. Paul Kane, who taught principles of engineering and CAD, and he was our robotics coach. And what was kind of weird is looking back is that Paul Kane kind of re-emphasized some of the same lessons that my father had been trying to teach me for 16 years. And so Mr. Kane's influence kind of piggybacked on my father's influence, and that was very influential in my life. In design type environments and engineering type environments, women, men, it's all the same. We're all just engineers and professionals working on a project. So we kind of just treat things equally. So yeah, I wish there were more women in technology. I find it odd that there's this stigma in our society that women shouldn't be involved in technology and aren't involved in engineering, and that's a male's world. Because to me, it's like there's no reason why that should be. There's no difference at all. I think initially, the reason I wanted to be a mentor was because I had so much fun in high school. I just didn't want it to end. I wanted to just keep working with the robotics teams. But after a while, you kind of start to make that transition from fake mentor to like maybe a real mentor where you're actually in it for the right reasons, not just because you want to keep playing with robots. And really the main reason that I think I keep going, and one of the things that kept me involved, was the fact that it's just so great to be able to give back to a program that gave me so much. That was kind of one of the main reasons I stuck with it at Clarkson. Also, it's just a lot of fun. I mean, people ask me, it's like, well, why do you do it? Why are you involved in the robotics team? It's like, dude, I get to hang out with high school kids and build a robot. It's like, that's a lot of fun. It's great to work with students and kind of teach them some of the lessons that I've learned, maybe help them not make some of the mistakes that I've made in my life, and just influence today's youth, teaching the youth of America. I would encourage other professionals to become mentors in the first program just by telling them two things. One, it's a lot of fun. You get to hang out with a bunch of cool high school kids and build cool machines. There's really nothing better than that. Two, it's incredibly fulfilling to see the results of this program, to see what these students can become, to watch a student come onto the team as a timid, introverted freshman and leave as a incredible leader who can inspire other students to follow in his path, that's a great thing to see some of these transformations. It's incredibly fulfilling.